Went from Payless to double F's on the collar. I went from outlets and Rowlet to Bar Harbor. Where I'm from, you got a choice, you die broke or ball harder. Hey, you either picking up the peas, shooting threes of the Glock. You throwing up the C's cause you banging the block. Migo said he call me blood cause he flaming it hot. I'm locked in with the streets cause they knowin' what I got. I'm also locked in cause they knowin' what I'm not. I ain't never been a hoe head nigga or a peon. Triple D nigga, white tee and some Dion's. Only thing I'm good at is getting money.
We really came from nothing. All we do is count up, nigga.
I don't know how to do nothing else.
You know what I'm saying? You look at my rate, $100,000 and up.
I know everything, but I know one thing.
Taking it down, $100,000,
Checking the
$200,000.
trap all the time.
Around $60,000 chain.
Every day.
Big ass big, now that's big, big ass everything.
They gon' always.
So when we pull up, we
Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Why wasn't my microphone working? That was weird. Hello, everybody. Huh. Hi. How are you guys doing today? Happy to see you. Hope you're doing well. Listen, I'm feeling like an absolute hunk of garbage right now. I'm feeling mad depressed. Did you watch the vid I sent in Gen? What the fuck were y'all doing in the Discord today? Were y'all having like a war? Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about the trip video? Anyway, real quick before I get into the reacts which we're doing today. Dude, but I did start a war. What was the war over? Type that while I tell my story real quick. Dude. Okay. Wait, let me put some bossa nova music in the background. That shit sets the vibe real nice for me. Hold on. I enjoy hearing the Brazilians have a good time. 1 second. Bossa nova covers? No. Here we go. Hold on 1 second. Skipping a Ford ad. My bad. There we go. That feels YouTuber as fuck, dude. Come on. Anyway, Runk, you need to start whimsy maxing. That's what I said, dude. Okay. I'll show you a video I made. I was like, I'm feeling depressed, so I filmed a video. Actually, I won't show you. You can just go watch it if you want to. I was feeling depressed, so I was like, I'm gonna film a video where I go get corn dogs and go to the zoo. And it's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be real cute. I show up to the zoo, buy my ticket, get inside. Immediately, I see a squirrel, and I'm like, oh, that's cute. There's like a squirrel in the fucking, like, you know, whatever, capybara enclosure. The squirrel jumps on the fence, and I guess, like, static electricity, like, I highly doubt they have a shock fence, goes fully electrified, dude. I saw a squirrel. I felt depressed. I went to a zoo, and then I saw a squirrel almost fucking kill itself. Fucking electric chair style, dude. I kept looking at him for a little bit. I was like, should I film this for the video? And then I was like, no, that feels like animal Logan Paul vibes. You know what I mean? I think that's a body, and it's a squirrel seizing on the ground. But I watched him for like 30 seconds, and bro was like, bugging, dude. Eventually he got up and walked away. But it did not reinforce my sense of whimsy. I was like, damn, man, I really needed some positivity not to see a squirrel get smited by Zeus. You know what I mean? Damn, crispy squirrel bites. No, for real. For real. I think if bro held on to that fence for a little bit longer, he would have been turned into like a nice sort of squirrel shish kebab. Be glad, Runk, that could have been you. I mean, I guess if I sort of like Harambe kidded myself into the capybara enclosure, then possibly. The war was for funsies, by the way. I see, so y'all just kind of had to spar. Read the manga I told you about, Runk. It will cure your depression. Trust me, it's that peak. Dude, I am watching some bullshit right now. Y'all are gonna be mad at me. Because you've recommended me so much, like, good anime. And I'm watching, what's it called? Like, anime about a guy who's, well, I don't need to remember the name. It's an anime about a guy who's isekai. I'm watching an isekai. Sorry. Sorry. It's an isekai, and then the dude goes into the fantasy world, and he, like, just, like, he's kind of just, like, fucking an elf. He's kind of just fucking an elf, basically. I watched like 6 episodes of it last night. The whole time I was going, yeah. I'm sorry, I've been feeling depressed, and isekai really sort of scratches that itch when I'm depressed. That and super sloppy romance anime, just like cringe-ass romance anime really gets me when I'm depressed. Are you Quentin Tarantino? Only thing I got in common with Quentin is the foot fetish, brother. Everything else, I'm asking for that left off of my Quentin burger. You know what I mean? Leave the feet, nothing else. I'm kidding, by the way. Mushoku Tensei? No! Dude, Mushoku Tensei... Alright, by the way, before I say this, I'll rant about Mushoku Tensei real quick. Fucking happy pedo simulator. But, today, we're doing reacts. I'm hard cutting myself off at 10 minutes, and we're watching this video, which is the most embarrassing royal deaths in history. And then we're gonna play Crimson Desert, and, I'm just gonna continue to talk about bullshit while we do that. Sounds like a plan? Okay, cool. Dude, actually, I'm not hard cutting myself off at 10 minutes. I can go to like 20 minutes. Dude, how do I say this? I gave Mushoku Tensei like a big chance when I was watching it because I found that idea of redemption interesting, right? We think that generally, I think people like to imagine that human beings can redeem themselves, but if you make it someone who's done truly the worst, and they're still trying to be better, I found that conflict interesting. But then the show's just like happy pedophile. What? And he buys a slave. How am I supposed to like this guy? Anyway, fuck that show. My dad did not inform me that he had company over, and I walked into the living room in straight draws. Oh, yeah, it's rough. That is unfortunate. Yeah, were you, I can't ask that. Never mind. Dude, that's bad. Why did my brain go there? Yo, squirrels, you know squirrels twitch and shake really fast normally. Are you sure it got shot? Because I'm 90% sure you just didn't know squirrels did that, you stupid chud. Fuck you. Peel yourself right now, okay, like an automated potato. I heard the shock sound, you chud. It went, you know how you can, like, hear a shock like a taser? I heard it. The squirrel jumped up and then planted both hands on the fence, went, and then jumped off and ran a little bit and then started going. So, owned, bitch. Nah, read the manga on MangaDex. It's free there, and it's a peak manga called Onani Master Kurosawa. It's the best manga ever created. It will change you. I want to watch Witch Hat Atelier tonight, I think, because only 2 episodes are out. And I'll read a little bit of manga. Dude, you know what I caught up on last night? Is Spy Family. Oh my god, can they just fuck already? I mean, holy shit. Dude, I'm fully caught up on the manga. I caught up on the manga like, I don't know, a year ago or so. And now I read it like chapterly. 1 chapter comes out a week. It's like 20 pages. Holy hell, your voice is so much deeper on stream. I know. I'm sorry. Dude, I'm trying to change my short form to like, I'm just trying to slow down my voice a little bit on my short form. I posted a video today on my Instagram and all the comments are like, I fucking hate your voice. Yeah. Okay, sorry. But I'm still gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna start slowing down my voice gradually over time because it's still at 1.2 speed on Instagram. But I kind of want to wean people off of it because I'm tired of people coming into my streams and being, not wanting to stay because my voice is deep. I followed you from the Instagram. That's what's up. Thank you for following from Instagram. I appreciate it. I love your voice. Well, thank you. I appreciate that the people in my stream don't mind my voice. Runk, I wanted you to watch a naval history video, Runk, but it's like 25 minutes long. We can do that at a different React Day. I'm down. But dude, dude, there's so many things to talk about. Holy shit. Dude, one thing that was great, when I went to the zoo, an old man came up to me and he gave me a fist bump without any prior interaction, and he said, you're living the big life, huh? And I went, holy shit, man. Thank you, Gramps. He had no idea how depressed I was today. And then I saw the squirrel electrocute itself to a near-death state. look at what I put in Creative Corner, or I'll eat an entire tampon and tell everyone you told me to. Well, it's on cam that I didn't tell you to. What do you mean? I can go through Discord in a little bit, though. Yo, Ronk, you should watch this video that talks about the Roblox dev. Ew! No, absolutely not. That sounds depressing. I'm good. Oh, I already read that. Sorry. I like his voice more than Instagram voice. Yeah, I think once you get used to my real voice, it's fine. Cause the thing that on Instagram that's fucked up is it's going so fast. I don't think people even comprehend what I'm saying sometimes. Cause I got that comment from a couple people who were like, "You're like, the words are coming too fast, and people lose track of what I'm saying." So I kind of, you know, that GIF of like the like Italian, what is that? It's like the what the fuck are those things called? Like the Italian gnome who's like, it's kind of like that. Relic picking up all the boyfriends at the zoo. He really is living the best life. Oh, you know it. Okay, I'll take an 80-year-old. You know what I mean? I'll be bro's chaperone to the end times. Yeah. The animated Lord of the Rings guy. It's like that. Like, motherfuckers don't understand what I'm saying on there because I'm talking so fast. Alan, thank you for the follow for the 800th time. Also, what's up, Havel? I didn't see your name earlier. D&D canceled today. I want to blow something up. That's okay, brother. You'll bounce back. That does suck, though. I'm demoting you to shower background noise. Well, what if I start making weird sounds from the shower and then you sound like a goober to all of your roommates? Ew, dude. Yo, we can hear you. The shower is not that loud. Relic, say hi back to me, please. I thought I did. Hello. Happy to see you. Thank you for being in stream. Runk, why is there Shoko feet art? I don't know, man. The internet are freaks, dude. What can you do about it? Almost missed the stream because... Whoa! Pimps! Thank you very much for the 5 subs, dude. Thank you. And yo, and Havel got a sub again. MMX and Bonin. I don't know who Magnex and Killad are, but thank you, Pimps, for the 5 fucking subs, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you. Big support. I need that right now because my card declined when I tried to buy a $14 ticket to the zoo. Had to put that bitch on my credit card. Let's go. Me Kenya basically made a movie and put it on YouTube for free, and it would make an amazing React Day, and I'm 99% sure you wouldn't get copyrighted for it. Is that the Hassan and the Stinky guy one? I mean, I'm down to watch that, sure. Finally, I got a sub again. Yeah, dude, you finally don't have to watch, like, you know, Ford automotive ads. I talked about this before, but the ads that I get so frequently, dude, it's 2 of them. And I hate them. It's like, this is the first one. I'm sorry, these are both going to be gross. The first one is like, is your anus itchy? You need to apply this cream right now. The way this cream works. And it says that immediately so loud. And I've multiple times been like sitting in the back of my class, like scrolling while my teacher's talking about some shit I don't really care about. And I'm scrolling on like YouTube Shorts and it'll pop up, or Instagram. It's gotten me on all 3 apps, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Is your anus itchy? No! No, dude, I keep scrolling off. And then the other ones I get are like, they think I'm a kid that got diddled on Roblox. They're like, were you or a child under your care sexually approached on Roblox? You may be entitled to compensation. And honestly, I could fake that. Is that fucked up? Well, yeah, what would be the punishment for trying to file a claim for getting diddled on Roblox if I didn't, to the Roblox Corporation? I don't know, because I feel like there's no way to really prove that, you know what I mean? I kept getting tampon ads as a 20-year-old man. It's weird. I know, dude. But it's kind of hypocritical of me because I need some different music in the background. That shit is ass. Hold on. Give me 1 second. It's kind of hypocritical of me because I'm like, I don't want my phone tracking my data. I don't want my phone tracking my data. But then when my phone doesn't track my data, I'm like, what the fuck? I have dick. I don't have periods. Why are you showing me tampon ads? You know what I mean? It's really stupid. It's really stupid of me. Honestly, who wasn't sexually harassed on Roblox as a kid? I don't know. I guess they could tell I was fat by my voice. The diddlers only went for the skinny ones, I suppose. They could tell I wore t-shirts to pool parties as an 8-year-old. Because I'd be on the fucking tycoons, dude, in there. Hi everybody. You know what I mean? And no bites, none at all. What do you mean? Obviously, you get your man period and need tampons and so that. You know what? That's true. You're right. Watch this, Ronk. Okay, what is this? How this battleship changed history. We can watch that a different day. Should we do like a war propaganda day? Y'all want to do that? Y'all want to do a war propaganda day? Could be a vibe, to be honest. We just watch a bunch of like shit about old military propaganda. I went to Hungary once and I was getting sexual health ads in Hungarian for a solid 8 months after I got back to the UK. Dude, Belladonna. By the way, should I call you Belladonna or Sin? I like that movie. War Propaganda Day is my favorite holiday. Okay, bet. We'll do War Propaganda Day. One of my favorite things to do is set my VPN to the Nordic region, because all of their ads are like, I can't even do the voice. It's so weird. It'll be like an ad for like Jello, and it'll be like, Bushnika, Simpap, Brumpy, Sam Brumpy, Posha. And that's how all the ads sound. It's like Simlish, and they talk exactly like that. And it's the worst like AI commercials ever. I don't know how to describe it. If you have like NordVPN, set your shit to like Iceland. Dude, it's peak. That shit is crazy. Please read my last message. Okay, I will. What do you think about the Amazing Digital Circus, Ronk, and the movie they're making? I also got tickets for it as soon as the movie tickets were available. I haven't heard of that before. I'll look it up though. No, it's a live action movie. Me Kenya made a 30-minute live action movie with crazy ass puppets and shit. Oh, you're talking about the one where the thing in his basement's like laying eggs and shit. I watch Monster Kid, the people who made, I think that's their YouTube channel name, the people who made the puppets for that. That's pretty gross to watch on stream, but I'd be down. Maybe not today, but we could do that a different day for sure. Belladonna or Sin, I don't mind. Okay, bet. I'll stick with Belladonna because there's a movie that has a very pretty art style that has the word Belladonna in it. Although it's about a bunch of crazy shit, so I'm not recommending it necessarily. Heavy trigger warnings on that movie. Hold on, I'm trying to read all the highlighted messages. You should do a weird commercial day. Just rip Germa. Yo, I'm down. Listen, I'm not above stealing content from one of the goats, dude. I'm there. I'm down to do it. Oh, I don't have your black square on. There y'all go. Now you can read yourselves better. Were you a monster kid? Maybe to my city for about the course of like a year when I was my most fat and I also had my parkour phase. Yes, I was sort of like a little Godzilla. Like if Godzilla played Assassin's Creed too much and went, I actually need to start vaulting fences and film it for Instagram. Then yes, because I caused a couple instances of serious property damage in that era for sure. He made another short film. He made it with better puppets and visuals. Oh no shit! Fuck yeah, cool. Yeah, we can watch that. We can watch that for sure. Let's watch that. Let's watch that next stream. Why not? We can start off with that. Lil Zilla, exactly. Asmon Goldmaxing, me? What do you mean? I smell good and I have no roaches on me and no dead rats in my apartment other than Remy, who I have slain because I hate Ratatouille. Two things wrong. What are your thoughts on Monster High? And also, would you like a story time for my work yesterday? Sure, you can drop the story time. Also, I don't know shit about Monster High for real. I'm gonna be honest. Is Monster High one of the doll shows from back in the day? I've actually seen all of yeah, it is. You want to know something fucked up about me? Me and my best friend, this is like a guilty pleasure of ours. Me and my best friend, we put on Barbie's, I can't remember what it's called. It's her TV show. It's like Barbie's Dream House. She has like a bunch of movies, but it was the show. And we were like, haha, this is so funny. We're like two grown men watching Barbie. Haha. That was really good. And then we binge watched all of Barbie. Dude, she's an astronaut. She's a lawyer. She's a doctor. What can't she do? She's Barbie. And it was really good. This was back in like I don't know, maybe like 2020. Like we were fully like 17 years old, like 17, 18, just watching Barbie together. Barbie Mariposa was the most goated. Is that one of the movies? I really don't remember. I think the one I watched was the show that's on Netflix. Runk, watch the edit I sent in Creative Corner. It's user C4621. Okay, I can do that. Matter of fact, let's cut myself off here. We're gonna hop in the Discord, look at the things in there you want me to look at. By the way, Belladonna, if you make art, can someone link the Discord for Belladonna if Belladonna wants to drop any art or something? That's the thing I look at most frequently in the Discord. I like to see the art you guys make. Hey Ronk, I'm proud of you, man. You're one of the most coolest people I've met so far, and always remember that we love you, man. Ghostly, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Barbie like Johnny Sins. Yeah, I mean a little bit worse. A little bit worse. But yeah, wait, no, I had that backwards. Sorry. My bad.
I had a guy last night come through my drive-through. He might have been stoned because he did not sound sober and low-key should not have been driving. And when I asked what drink he wanted with his combo, he said whatever it comes with, brother. Do you want Coke or root beer? A Big Mac doesn't have a preset drink. I don't understand what he thought I was asking.
He's probably fucked up. He's one of those dudes. TOS is so loud. I know. I don't know what to do about it though. Oh, I think it's because I have my desktop audio cranked. That fucking like sub noise earlier was crazy loud too. Sorry. Hold on. Let me play some music like full volume, and then we can gauge how loud this shit should be. Hold on. Oh! Too loud. Whoops. Is that okay for y'all? Is that fine? Like that? Is that level annoying? Oh my god, that's still so loud. Hold on. Wait. How about that? Is that okay? Like there? No, lower. Here. Relic, bro, you're mad fucking quiet. Please turn the volume up. I'm mad loud? Wait, what do you mean? Hello. Turn it up, Gramps. What do you... Hello. You should jank. Hold on. Are we good now? Are we okay? I think we are. It's better, Runk. All right, bet. Runk, what's your opinion on the new Guilty Gear Strive update? What the fuck is Guilty Gear Strive? I don't know. I have no opinion. I hope you like it, though. It sounds like a game you probably play, so I hope it was good. I do not do art. My drawing is genuinely awful. That's okay. I accept terrible submissions. I like to look at them still. Hold on. What was I looking at in here? An edit. Okay, hold on. Let's look at this real quick, and then we're going to hop into reacts. This is the link. I know you're not going to watch it this stream, but just so you can save it. Okay, I'll like star it. Discord mods are the worst. I think this is the one with the Hassan and who the fuck is that guy's name? Asmongold. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay, watch this edit, Runk. Let's peep this real quick.
Yo, buddy. Still alive?
It says Armored Core, right? Is that Armored Core? I've never played that before. I thought you were about to pre-fire military propaganda day, but nobody's enlisting today, brother. Thank God. Can't hear the music. Oh my God. It's just
Yo,
Rasputin. Here.
Still alive?
Are we good now? Dude, I can't tell when it's peaking. Dude, did I fuck up my OBS settings? But it's also live action. Please make it a stream sometime. Dude, yeah, I'm definitely down. We'll do it for next stream for sure. Okay, now, before I talk for a full hour, I'll read these last two things and then I'll get into reacts. Anything to do with drawing is genuinely awful. I did my GCSEs with an exam because they looked at an essay I did. They typed it up and remarked that I was genuinely boosted a whole ass grade. What are GCSEs? I don't know what that is. I might be a chud for not knowing what that is, but I don't know what that is. My friend doesn't want to get high and play basketball with me tomorrow. How do I convince him? You're asking me for advice on how to peer pressure your friend? What am I supposed to say? Like lace his morning cereal? I don't know, man. Make a plea to his emotions. We'll only be friends for so long. You know what I mean? Just read the 48 Laws of Power and then apply those tactics, I guess. It's good, Unk. Okay, cool. Guilt trip him. Yeah, I mean, I can't I can't say that. GCSEs are the final exams you do in school in the UK. Oh shit, you're from the UK. Okay, that's what's up. I hope you did well on them. Oh, he said you got boosted at a whole ass grade. Good for you, dog. You need to see the beautiful piece of art I put in Creative Corner. Okay, fine. I'll look at that real quick. And then we're gonna hop into reacts. And it's today. The video that we're watching is the most embarrassing royal deaths in history. Gonna be a lot of your monarchs, Belladonna. Have to say, I'm assuming there have been many embarrassing deaths on behalf of the English royalty, the English royal bloodline. What was I looking at in here again? Drawing Ripjaws from Ben 10 right now. That's cool. Okay, it's a normal guy who sent it. Hold on. What is it? Yeah, when your names are different in the Discord than in the stream, I get confused. I'll find this shit later. I'm not dealing with it now. I love you, Runk. Why are you guys being so nice today? It's putting me off. I feel like you're telling me to look out to the lake before you shoot me in the back of the head. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Lions 2.0? How you doing? Happy to see you. Okay, we're gonna hop into the video now. Actually, I'm gonna go get water first, and then we're gonna hop into the video. Let me put on this Yoshi music. Give me like 30 seconds, and I'll be right back. The flip that I enter into, Gamer Dragon. Today we are watching the most embarrassing royal deaths in history. Gonna be a lot of like English kings and shit shitting themselves to death. And then we are playing Crimson Desert. Should be a vibe. But I'm going to go get water right now because I'm overheating. And I'm going to put Yoshi. I'm just going to put Yoshi here. All right, I'll be right back. Enjoy the chud. Enjoy the cute chud. The cute little green chud. Oh, I do a pretty good Yoshi. Hold on, let me try real quick. Yoshi! Oh, that was ass. That was so embarrassing. Fuck, dude, I had performance anxiety. All right, I'll be right back. All right. It wasn't Unk, it was Peak. It was good, my Yoshi impression? Okay. I'll take it. Thank you very much. All right. Now.
Rank, I hope you don't shit yourself to death. Too cool and also still need to play Overwatch less than /3.
I do need to do that. I also hope I don't shit myself to death. But I did go to an Elvis impression summer camp, so I don't know. My training might sort of come back to me when I'm on the porcelain throne. We really need to get around to abolishing the monarchy, but I don't know how you guys are with political statements, so I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, listen, you're in the presence of a man who frequently has to censor his feelings on Twitch so that my channel does not get deleted, so I feel you. But trust me, I mean, with the guy that we got in office, there are certain things that I wish upon him and his bloodline that I'm not allowed to say. That being said, let's get into the goddamn video. This is the most embarrassing royal deaths in history by Chat History. All right, let's start.
Embarrassing royal deaths.
This guy has the most YouTuber voice. I don't mean to hate because it's good algorithmically, but dude, I feel like it irks me because sometimes I slip into it myself when you're like, the most crazy thing happened today. You're like, fuck, dude, no. I'm starting to sound like Mr. Beast.
This is Louis III, and this is his dad, Louis II, King of West Francia, also known as the Kingdom of the Franks. Hey, Frank. Hey, Frank. Louis Tui here is renowned for being a very peaceful and very loving ruler for his very short 2-year reign between the years of 877 and 879. And now, he's dead, which is even more peaceful. Now, Louis III is the king to be at the ripe old age of 16. But since his parents married in secret before he was slopped out, his claim to the throne is being questioned. Now, in order to keep things civil, Louis had struck a deal with his younger brother to rule together. And with that agreement, West Francia was split in two. Okay, this is my half, and there's yours.
Fine by me. My side has the Xbox.
Damn, dude. Oh my god, I would manipulate these motherfuckers so hard if I had no dong, man. Come on. Two brothers splitting rule over a kingdom, that's just asking for an evil advisor. You know what I mean? You get in there, you're like, he's encroaching upon your lands. He sent you a gift. Dude, you do the thing from the king. He sent you a ball to insult you. Oh, God. I would have so much farmland after their war, after their holy war. Holy shit. Runk been watching Ian Koji edits. Listen, I do have the Ian Koji boob grabbing picture on my phone, but that was for a video that completely ate shit. Okay? I was trying to use it for a reaction thing, and then it got like literally 70 likes.
Did you know that way back when wine used to be chunky that people filtered through their teeth, and also if you were poor it would be foot juice?
Ew. I mean, not the foot juice part. That's better. the chunky, ew. That's gross. I don't think I would fuck with wine with pulp. Although, honestly, if this is the Middle Ages, like, what else is there to do that's pleasant other than getting fucked up? To be honest. Also, I learned something interesting fairly recently. I'm going to resume the video in a second, but a little bit of a fun fact that's educational. The entire world basically was drunk before the advent of like tea and coffee on a wide scale, because water was not easily like sterile. Like there'd be bacteria in it and shit that would kill you if you drank water. So people primarily drank alcohol because alcohol didn't make you sick. You got really drunk, and over times there were like, there were long-term, things that were detrimental to your health. But in the short term, if you wanted to like just drink anything to sustain yourself, it was better to drink like moonshine, which is pretty crazy. And then with the advent of coffee,
they would water it down because it wasn't meant to get you drunk. A lot of alcohol way back when was used for nutrition, like the carbs with beer, along with the water thing.
Yeah, exactly. That they would use alcohol basically as a replacement for water. But what's cool is with the advent of coffee and tea, most people became sober in society. All of a sudden there was this huge shift. And then very soon after that, we had the Industrial Revolution, because people were finally fucking like smart enough to invent some shit, dude. Our inventors stopped hitting the bottle so hard. Anyway, pretty cool. Fun fact I learned in my personal health class. All right. Let's continue. Let's see how these brothers kill each other, huh?
Louis III got the north, and his brother, Carloman II, got the south. Together, the two brothers fought off any would-be usurpers from East Francia who contested their reign. Battles were fought for over a year with some back and forth, but ultimately ended in a loss, and a portion of their kingdom was ceded to the east. But while East Francia celebrated its victory, a distant threat loomed over the horizon. Those dang Vikings were showing up in 881 and began to pillage the village and plunder asunder. However, East Francia, still riding their high, managed to kick the Vikings shit in. Not wanting to sail their ships home in shame, the Vikings instead tried their luck with West Francia. Bad move. They would soon learn that two kings were better than Vikings. Louis and Carloman went on the offensive and took the invaders by surprise. Together, the brother armies slaughtered the Vikings, cutting down around 9,000 men in the clash.
Low-key Vikings are not that impressive. I watched Vinland Saga, and I was like, oh my god, Vikings are so cool. And then you learn about actual Vikings, and it's just like, they were basically like just a group of stinky dudes who had worms, and that was it. And they'd go around with axes like killing kids. Not impressive. Why do they get to have aura in history? I feel the same way about Vikings that I feel about Jack the Ripper, where I'm like, why are they seen as like cool or impressive? That was just a bunch of dudes with like IBS fucking chopping a kid's head off. That's not impressive. Marry Me Runk. What happened to what do you mean? What happened to Adonis? I I'd be getting drunk at Celloph's house back then. What else is there to do but get drunk, eat berries, and crack? Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, nothing. If you're born in the Middle Ages, a good life is getting drunk as much as you can, maybe eating some cooked meat, and then fucking a couple times and dying at like 25. That's like, oh, a life well lived in those times. You know what I mean? A guy sent me a video of a guy who became him in Art Pro and told me not to try. Told me to improve as fast as him. But watching a guy not explain what, why, or what all he did while seeing he improved more in 10 days than I did in 4 years just killed my motivation, which I'm pretty sure wasn't what I was supposed to get. Yeah, he's probably a bad teacher, but don't give up just because you had a bad teacher. Jack the Ripper was a chud. Yeah, I made a whole ass video calling out Jack the Ripper, dude. Jack the Ripper's a fucking fraud, dude. What, you killed 5 prostitutes and now you're in anime as being like, Jack the Ripper. I got pissed off because I was watching Fate, which is an anime where they bring back like warriors from history and then they all have this big fight. It's like a tournament tournament fight kind of anime. And one of the fucking competitors was Jack the Ripper. Dude, what are we doing, man? That was just some respect to Belladonna. Some British chud who fucking just killed like 5 prostitutes. I don't understand, man. It's crazy. Like imagine an anime like Fate being made like 100 years in the future, and they got goddamn, you know, what's that dude's name? Like the hot serial killer that people thought was attractive, and he would like pretend to be injured. I can't remember his name right now. If you like zoos and aquariums, let me take you to the adults night at the Boston Aquarium. They have themed drinks and it's really fun. It's dimmer and it's 18 plus. Daddy Estaflo. Who the fuck is Daddy Estaflo? Runk, when are you going to stream from the Porcelain Throne? Never. What are we talking about? Can we lock in on the video, please? Ted Bundy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, I'm resuming the video.
This victory was absolutely huge for the 2 young monarchs, who were praised by both Western and Eastern Frankish kingdoms. Now keep in mind that both kings were teenagers, so the ego trip was insane. That being the case, Louis took to finding himself a queen, as to produce an heir and to cement his legacy. Louis decided to pursue love in 882 and ended up quite literally pursuing a potential partner. In a bout of hopefully consensual horseplay, the young maiden fled from the eager monarch on horseback to her father's house.
Why
are you running?
Louis, very calmly hunting down his love interest, ended up completely conking his dome on the top of a low doorway. That's certainly one way to get head. And since he had yet to sow his seed, his younger brother was left to rule.
Oh my god, that's how he died? That's so embarrassing. Holy shit. No, dude, what do you mean you got taken out Uma Musume Diddler style? That's fucking crazy. Holy shit.
On his own. Well, he died 2 years later after being accidentally stabbed by his servant during a hunting trip.
Accidentally. Dude, accidentally. No, all the comments must be about that for sure. The top comment, accidentally stabbed by a servant while hunting accidentally. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Shout out to that servant for getting off of the charges that would get him pulled apart limb by limb for sure. Dumb way to go. Yeah, that's a pretty gnarly way to go. Dude, that's intense. I know. I don't know if this is the modern day equivalent because it wasn't like he was like chasing her to crack or something. But I know. Well, I shouldn't say I know a guy. I know of a guy who he was a train hopper and he was riding on top of a train and he got clipped by a tunnel. Gnarly way to go out. I don't even remember his name. He was I didn't know him. How do I say, like, he was in circles where people I knew him. Crazy though to be a train hopper and then be on top of a train as it's going toward a tunnel. That must have been intense. Congrats to him for getting off. Oh, did I cut myself off there? Oh no. Imagine getting killed by Stables because you don't know what no means. Yeah, I mean, he deserved it, man. Why were you're well, I don't even want to say those words. That's just nasty.
Bummer. It's stories like this that make you realize just how stupidly fragile we all are. Just like that, a family lineage is cut short. Imagine if your great-great-great-great-grandmother fell in the shower, completely erasing the possibility of your existence. Poor guy probably didn't even know who she was. But he could have, with today's sponsor, MyHeritage.
Sorry, I am in fact skipping this. And I'm not skipping it because I have shame in my bloodline. Okay, this is not me being afraid of the 23andMe like the video that I made, but I'm skipping it anyway.
Apparently This is brought up 200 times 8 grandfather Captain Joseph Root IV.
Fuck!
That ancestor John Trump. No,
Fuck!
he enhancing my great. So if you are building to Little Basil the
Shout out
First
to
was
him though. Hey Relic, what is your 5 fingers 5 liquids? Huh? What is that? What is my 5 fingers 5 liquids? Is that a thing from Crimson Desert? I haven't played it yet, brother. I'm playing it for the first time later today. Other than that, are you asking me about my actual anatomy? Is that how you flirt, dude? That's your opening line on Hinge? Hey, shoddy. What are your 5 favorite fingers and your 5 favorite fluids? Oh. You can dispense 1 liquid from each finger. What? Huh? What are you? I cannot dispense one liquid from each finger. What do you mean? I pretend I can when I'm in the shower and I'm pretending to be a waterbender, but I'm not oozing from my tips, brother. Only from one, but not. Sorry. Gross. My bad. Not from my fingers. If you had to choose a liquid to come out of each finger, what would they be? Oh, wait, that's a sick question. Formal. I'm sorry for shitting on that question. That's actually a great question. What 5 are you picking? Holy dude, I'm a dipshit. I'm sorry. It's your first time here, so you don't know. I'm a chud. Dude, 5 liquids, 5 fingers. Okay. I think you have to go with an acid, no? I would want to go for sort of like a Baymax type thing. You know the show, you know the movie, can't remember it, but fucking Baymax from that one movie, the big marshmallow looking dude. So I would take like a disinfectant or something like alcohol, and I could just get fucked up on my own finger, and I would be sick, dude. If I could just suckle on myself and get drunk, that'd be great. I'm gonna go alcohol. Second, I'm gonna do just liquid LSD. Liquid LSD that I could shoot on any enemies. You know what I mean? And I feel like that would be a good like deterrent to people trying to attack me. 3, I'm gonna go gasoline. Because 1, I could set things on fire. 2, I would never have to pay for gas again. 4, liquid fent. I feel like my liquid acid takes care of that. Big Hero 6, yes. Okay, so I got acid. Dude, we're getting way off topic from the video, but this is a good question. Okay, so what I have right now is I have acid, like actual corrosive acid. Then I have LSD, aka acid the drug. Then I have gasoline. Dude, that's covering all my big ones, honestly. I think on my pinky, I would put like lubricant. Not even doing a bit. I just feel like that's helpful. Like if you just had like WD-40 in your finger, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you guys ever like fix anything, but like when you're working on your car, and to be clear, I'm not like a big car guy, but I do sometimes have to work on shit. If you just had WD-40 in your fucking finger, whoo, man, that would be awesome. Then 5. Dude, what do I want on my thumb? Dude, you know what? I want to cover all my just human bases. I would put water on my thumb, and therefore I would never die of dehydration. And also, imagine like I would no longer have to carry around water bottles anywhere. I could just suckle on my thumb and have water. Those are my 5. Okay, let's do a rundown real quick. I got gasoline, corrosive acid, acid the drug, lubricant, and water. Boom. I'm a fucking genius. That's the most genius top 5 there is, surely. You guys said come. Oh my god. Why? I mean, you can do that already. Why do you need your fucking hands to do that? I'm picking web fluid. Well, okay, formal. You wouldn't get like Spider-Man web fluid, would you? Like, are you saying that you can have like fantasy liquids, or does it have to be real life liquids? You know what I mean? What brand is the water? I'd probably do some like fancy ass shit. What was that like buff dude who like runs mad fast drinking the Topanga water or Saratoga? I would do Saratoga water. I'm British, so of course I have to pick tea. Tea is pretty good actually. You could pick tea over water, and that might be pretty smart. Because tea has like, if you did like a medicinal herb tea, although that should taste like ass, bro. Sorry, I'm one of the Americans that thinks most teas taste like dirt water, especially hot teas. Spider-Man is real though. Oh my god, are you 6? Oh no, dude, I'm fucking it up for him. That's true. I mean, the liquid isn't though. Okay, I'm gonna take your rule. If I can do fake liquids, then I would definitely, absolutely do. I I would do like an adhesive. Dude, I would do an adhesive. How did I not think of that? Glue. Like whatever the strongest glue in the world is. Matter of fact, replace the corrosive no, I'd have the most corrosive acid and then the strongest glue for these two fingers. That'd be my one. Then acid the drug, lube, and water. There we go. That's my 5. Get all the blood and do piercing blood. Get all blood and do piercing blood. That's kind of genius. That's kind of genius. Do you think you could pressurize it? I don't know. Although if it's your own blood and you have to like pressurize it, you wouldn't be able to farm aura when you shot piercing blood because you would look like you're trying to like get a massive turd out. You know what I mean? To get your like blood pumping and be like, you know what I mean? Like when you see a kid actively trying to poop their diaper and they're like, it'd be like that. Gotta watch out for the pressure from my fingers. Do you think they'd like gunk up? Probably. I mean, that's like the rest of your body that you have to clean though, right? Like that'd be no biggie. Plus, it's so easy to clean your hands. Like there's sinks everywhere, so you could wash your hands like 5 times a day, dude. I mean, it would make bad hygiene gnarly. Like think about like, also, would you be able to activate it only on instinct or would it just like leak out sometimes? Because what if you were like, I don't know, literally doing anything, I don't want to be crass, but like, what if you're like hooking up with somebody and then like my glue activates automatically? Like, that sounds crazy. That sounds like a euphemism. I mean, literally in the hypothetical where I have my glue fingers. Like, that'd be bad. Now you have to go to the ER. Mine would be tequila, cranberry juice, lime juice, water, and THC dab oil. Yeah, that's the more hedonistic choice. I went for more of like a utility thing. Did you know if you pretend to shake salt into your mouth, you can actually taste it? Yo, I'm not doing fucking air guitar sucking dong, brother. I'm sorry. I got with that in high school. Imagine gooning and your blood starts pumping and you piercing blood your dick off. Okay, thank you for saying it for me. I appreciate it. Did you know if you pretend to shake salt? Oh, you already read that. Okay. Okay. What? Y'all are being crazy. I'm resuming the video. Hydrochloric acid leaks out my finger while it's within a baddie. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say that I didn't want to say because I thought it might gross you guys out. But yeah, like what if you were fingering somebody and then I have my like glue and my acid leak out of my finger? Like I can't. Huh? Now this is like medieval punishment that would be like set upon a witch. And I was trying to have a hinge hookup, dude. We can't have that. Did you
know in World War I German soldiers initially got a ration of 1 liter of beer daily? In World War I it was 1 pint per man daily, and in both World War I and II American soldiers got basically nothing except what other troops would give them in World War I, and only 2 cans of beer weekly when available in World War II.
What's even the point of that? I don't think I would. It's a little loud, maybe just a hair down. Okay. I don't think I would even want a beer at that point. Because that'd be kind of just like reminding yourself that good things exist as your friends get their legs blown off. Like, I'd rather be submerged in the darkness than have the pain of the light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I mean? I didn't want to say it because it might gross you guys out. You underestimate our freak. I did. Honestly, I was underestimating the couple of new people's freak in here because all the old people I would say that in front of. But new thing, it's a random thing every day from one finger, but you have to aim it. Ooh, okay. It's a random thing every day from one finger, but you have to aim it at someone to find out what it is for that day. Would you take it? Okay, what are the worst things that I could shoot at somebody? Also, do you have liquidized versions of like drugs? Like, is there like liquidized fent or like, you know, things of that nature? Or is it things that only naturally exist in a liquidized state? Because that would change my answer. But off rip, I'm saying yes, I would take it. I think I would. Maybe it's random. Fuck. Worst thing I could shoot at somebody would be like a drug. It would be like fent. Because I think even acid, like the worst acids ever, if I shot at somebody and it was on their clothes, like it wouldn't. No, that would fuck them up pretty quickly. Oh, I don't know, dude. Yeah. I say yes to the power first day. I try it out, immediately get arrested for fucking like sexual deviancy. I think I would still take it though. I want a superpower so bad, man. I think I'm desperate enough to take it. You know what? Liquid black hole. Okay, well, I mean, that would just destroy the entire reality. That's kind of what I mean. Like, can you liquidize like concepts and like other things into like a different state of matter? I don't know. I would change my answer. Because you could have like liquid human. Like that would be disturbing if you just like had a kid out of your finger. Like I don't know. It could get kind of freaky if you don't have any like parameters set up. Now I do vape juice because that shit will burn like a motherfucker as long as I can somehow vape through my finger. Ooh, vape hand. That's a pretty good idea. I don't know how you'd make it work though. Maybe you could get like a you could build a vape around your finger. You know what I mean? Like, you know those like finger prickers that people with diabetes have? You could make one of those but like a vape, and then it would like take the juice out of your finger. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like part cyborg. The Yart hand. Yeah, you would have the Yart hand installation, you know what I'm saying? I'd liquidize you, Runk. Okay, well, you don't need powers to do that. You just have to find me. I'm gonna go, Runk. See you next stream. Bye, Gamer Dragon. Hope you have a good one. All right, I'm resuming the fucking video. We got so off track. All right, let's continue.
Was quite the inspirational success story. Born into a dirt poor Armenian.
I'm gonna restate the thing. Wait, no. Okay, awesome. I paused during the beginning of a new part. Isn't Nut Liquid human? No, because it's only half human. They're like demigods, but worse. But not the god part. They're just demi. that definitely not, because you need the egg too. I think Nut's just kind of like its own weird kind of goo. You know what I mean? Look out, it's Vape Hand Joe. Dude, motherfuckers would love Vape Hand Joe. Although, counter argument, this will be the last thing I say, and then we're resuming the video. This is not Relic Yapping Down Blonde. I'm actually going to do segments today. Holy fuck. Okay. Dude, if you had the Yart hand, you'd be at a party, and like dudes you don't know would be coming up to you and be like, yo, could I get a hit off of that real quick? And you're like, no, they just grab your hand. You're like, oh, gross, dude. No, why you can suck on all my fingers passionately? We can't have that. Would there be a physical sensation to it? There's so many questions. So I don't think I would want the Yart hand, because people would be wanting to suck my Yart hand. I can't go for that. You can't ignore my philosophy questions. Did I? I read your one earlier though. What do you mean? This was a philosophy question. Imagine shooting invisibility spell from Clash on a random. Yeah, if it's concepts, okay, formal. If it's concepts, I'm saying no. But if it's just liquids that are only liquids, then I'd say yes, for sure. Because at worst, whatever, shoot someone with some fent, shoot someone with some drugs, you know, some acid, it's fine. You said no more getting off track. Yeah, I know. All right. God forbid your Yart hand clogs. Yeah, although would it clog too? There's so many questions. All right, we're resuming the video. In case you guys forgot, this is the most embarrassing royal deaths in history. The first guy ran into a wall on a horse as he was chasing down a girl who did not want him. All right, let's continue. Oh, shit, I missed his name.
Day trial to start building today. I was a bit skeptical at first, but thanks to my heritage, I discovered my Argentinian great-grandfather had Germanic roots.
This is part of an ad, sorry. Vasily, can you watch AFL? AFL guy! What's up, dude? And no. All right, let's continue.
Little Basil I was quite the inspirational success story. Born into a dirt-poor Armenian family in the Byzantine province of Macedonia way back in 811, baby Basil had quite the social ladder to climb. But such a challenge was deemed necessary as he was determined to dodge his destitute destiny. Too bad that he and his family were captured by Bulgarians when he was just 2. Luckily, Basil was able to escape his captors. Just took 23 years. He sought to live out his newfound freedom and fled to Constantinople, which is not yet Istanbul. Possessing incredible strength and an uncanny ability to roll 20s on any and all charisma checks, Basil made leaps and bounds up that social ladder. He began working as a lowly stable boy, got promoted to servant under a relative of the emperor, met a wealthy cougar noblewoman who just threw money at him, dabbled in sweaty, slippery wrestling, and then took on a gig as a bodyguard for Supreme Empire.
Damn, and this dude dies like a chud? No, I'm forming a boy crush on him. That's fucked up.
King Emperor guy, Michael III. Now, you'd figure that being a bodyguard to the Emperor would be a great place to coast until retirement, but Basil was just getting started. He managed to gain the utmost trust of the Emperor, even being formally adopted as a son. And taking advantage of this, Emperor Mikey had been convinced by Basil that his own uncle was secretly plotting to take the throne, so he gave Basil permission to address the issue. He did. This false act of—
Damn, dude. Honestly, I do think my closest dog could convince me to kill my uncle. I think if it was an uncle who, like, I didn't rock with that hard, that kind of makes sense to me. He mogs all of us but dies like a chud. Yeah, I don't think I'm taking that deal. I'd rather live, like, somewhere in limbo between chud and Chad than, like, by the way, using these words sincerely feels so fucking stupid. Then have, like, all Chad and then die, like, on the toilet. You know what I mean? I can't have that. Good night, Runk. I'm a bit tired. That's all good, Mad Max. I hope you sleep well. All the people at the parties I go to are hot gays, so I'd not mind the people that constitute those parties sucking on my finger. Well, let's go, dude. Get the goddamn Yart Fingy installed.
Loyalty resulted in the Emperor crowning Basil as co-emperor, which was not his best move. You see, Emperor Michael III wasn't very good in his decision-making, which is probably why the public didn't favor him all that much. Basil had one last obstacle in the way of the crown: his newly adoptive dad. But that's nothing a quick swipe of a sword can't fix. Basil dropped the co in his title and was now the full-fledged emperor of the Byzantine Empire in 860.
He betrayed his dog? That's crazy, dude. Why do people even want to be kings that bad? It does not seem like a good gig, if I'm being honest. Because of this. And then he dies like a chud. See, it's cyclical.
67.
Despite having 0 qualifications for the job, Basil's establishment of the Macedonian dynasty brought the Byzantine Empire into a golden age, with various military victories, large-scale construction, and significant cultural and legal reforms.
Problem is, when you get into power through murder, you're always going to be looking over your shoulder for the next person trying to do the same thing to you. Now, I'm not going to question the logistics of it, but during a routine hunting trip in 886, the now elderly Basil managed to get his belt stuck in a deer's antlers. Yeah, I don't know.
No.
The animal went wild, as animals tend to do, dragging Basil across the Windows XP default landscape for 16 whole miles.
Oh, dude, you know his ass got done like a block of Parmesan on a cheese grater, buddy. Hitting roots. Oh my God. That's fucked up. You think that was murder? That's a crazy way to murder somebody. I think I'm fairly creative when it comes to thinking of fucked up shit, but I don't know that I would tie my enemy to a beast and then, like, set it out into the forests. Damn, that's crazy. I know, you know, like, he definitely looked like the alien that Omni-Man, like, flew through all the buildings when he's like, this is not your planet to conquer. That's how his ass got done by some tree roots. And a fucking deer or whatever it said. They got his ass degloved. Brother, more than that, fucking de-bodied. He was probably just a head at the end, man. If you had to pick a sound for when you get bricked, what sound are you picking, Twud? Well, I already sort of have crying pre-installed, but if I had the option to change it, I'd probably go for... I think I'm taking this from someone else who got asked the same question, but it's so good. I like the one-up noise from Mario. I'd probably go, yeah, Mario power-up sound. That's like the ubiquitous. Actually, fuck that. I'll pick a different one. The royal trumpets that play when a king returns from battle. Or, sorry, when a general returns from battle. You know what I mean? You know how that sounds? That. I'd go for that. I would absolutely tie my enemy to a beast and set them loose in an open field. Well, I would be the guy who's like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do to my enemy? And then you would come up and say that, and I'd be like, fuck, he's a genius. And then we would do it. You know what I mean? I'd need like an advisor who's gonna eventually do the same thing to me to, you know, tell me a fucked up way to kill my enemy. How would the deer thing be murder? Like, how would they plan that? Fucking hog tie him to a deer and then slap the deer's ass and make it run, dude. You just gotta spank Bambi real quick, and bro is off to the races getting torn apart by the brush. Would you promote me if I told you to do that? I would make you my co-emperor. You know what? I think if I was like... You know what's fucked up? Like, if you're thinking about legacy as an emperor, if I was like 90, okay, highly successful emperor, made it to these, you know, these later years, and I was like legacy obsessed, I would low-key want to be assassinated. So I might take like an advisor who I know is like after the throne and like make him co-emperor and then have him kill me. And then like now I'm really in the history books, dude. All the kings that didn't get murdered, like, who talks about them that much? You know what I mean? Like the big ones are like Caesar, like everyone's getting stabbed by their advisors. That's what's trendy. If I was a king, I would want to be trendy. So I would make sure I had at least one advisor who wanted to stab me. Otherwise, you know, you're not operating in the meta, dude. You're behind the times. What king was the biggest chud? I think so far today, probably this guy. No, the biggest chud has to be the dude who chased that guy on a horse. No, that's just so embarrassing. Did you know Napoleon had ED and hemorrhoid? No, I said Napoleon. What the fuck? Napoleon had ED and hemorrhoids. I didn't, but that makes sense. Most of the little guys throughout history that did like a bunch of really fucked up shit had some sort of weird penis. Same thing with Hitler. He had like a micro penis. Evidence for that? Evidence for that. We remember Caesar, but we don't remember the Donnies who stabbed Caesar. Exactly, dude. Exactly. What's that Kendrick line? Hold on. I gotta look this shit up. The one in front of the gun lives forever. I think that's what it is. The one in front of the gun lives forever. Is that from T-Pab? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, that's from fucking Money Trees. What are you talking about? But yes, it's that, dude. The one in front of the gun lives forever, dude. I should stay up at 4 a.m. for this shit more often. It's hilarious, dude. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. All right, let's continue. Dude, there's more. There's like 30 more seconds to this scene. I guess he survived. All right.
XP default landscape for 16 whole miles.
16 miles! Holy shit.
That's at least 2 kilometers. A servant had managed to cut the Emperor free, but the damage was done. Although somehow still alive, the Emperor sustained tremendous injury. The servant still
See?
his
If you're a king who's with the times and you're trendy and you're this servant, and you're a king who's been trendy and you're smart and you got a servant who wants to be the king, he's grabbing a rock. And you're out of your misery and you go down in history. You know what I mean? I feel like this is way more embarrassing. He's about to like just die in a bed slowly because his servant was actually servile. We can't have that.
His iconic belt-cutting knife was accused of attempted murder and was sentenced to death.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Damn.
Emperor Basil I died a bit later from his infected wounds.
Oh, that's so much worse than just hitting your head on a rock, dude. I'd way rather be conquested and just have my head caved in. I'm gonna need that $40 even if I got a fuck so I could swallow in the parking lot. Hey, well, Kendrick was actually playing a character, okay, in that song of a woman that he used to know, all right, who's now prostituting herself. And feels that he's being, he's preaching to her when he doesn't understand her experience. God, I fucking love that album. I have no di, but I don't have evil in me anymore. But I do have a dating history of evil people. Well, you can just emulate them if you ever become an advisor. If I'm assassinating someone, formal, no, don't say that. Don't, dude, I'm gonna have to time you out. I'm sorry. You cannot say that. We don't do grape humor in here at all. Not my thing. Not my thing. Are you aware of the Roman emperor we only know about because of one coin? Wait, what? Are you aware of the Roman emperor we only know about because of that one coin and he was never documented in anything else? No shit, that's crazy. Mods atomize his ass. I think I'm flying solo in here today. We don't have any mods in here. I feel like killing him would be the moral thing to do at that point, right? Like, you can't just leave the guy. I mean, if I'm the servant... Okay, here's what would go through my head. If I'm the servant, and I'm... How do I phrase this? All right, I want to say this in one long sentence without fucking stuttering. If I'm a servant, and I'm with a king, and I'm accompanying him on a hunting trip, and we're alone, okay? And he gets fucked up, and he's like... but I didn't do it to him on purpose. I know I'm getting killed when I go back because they're going to blame it on me. So I'm like, fuck it, man. Let's throw the baby out with the bath, right? Like, if I'm already getting accused of it, let me actually do it. Sort of like, you thought I was the monster, so I became one. It'd be like that. Like, if I was with the emperor, alone with him, and he died, I'm like, I'm probably smashing him with a rock or something. Probably. I'm shocked there's no mods. Where's Sato? I don't know. Sato's been like streaming lately. I think Sato's more trying to do streaming more than modding, which totally makes sense. But I assume I don't know where Adonis is at because he was in the Discord earlier. But give me mod. I promise I won't abuse my power and randomly permaban someone I don't like the look of. Well, in my community rules, I do have that my mods are allowed to extort my community, so won't be a problem. But we should be fine for today. I mean, y'all are being normal. Other than the one bad joke, and I don't think that guy was malicious. It just wasn't funny. You can mod me. Do you want to be modded? I've offered mod to you before, Lions, and then you didn't want it. I mean, it makes stream less fun. I'd imagine. I wouldn't want to mod. Okay, fuck all the mod talk. Let's get back into the video. Edmund Ironside.
Old Edmund Ironside was King of England for a whole 7 months in 1016 after his rad dad Athelred II died under unknown circumstances. Poor Edmund rose to power at a pretty bad time. Those gosh damn Vikings were gaining a foothold in England, and they needed a stern talking to at the very least.
Not just any Vikings though, these were Danish Vikings, which were much more formidable, flaky, and flavorful.
The 26-year-old king fought back hard against the Viking invaders, throwing whatever English forces he could at them, and saw quite a few victories, granting the king the nickname Ironside for his resilience. But even though he won a few battles, he had yet to win the war. The final conflict, the Battle of Asandin, near modern-day Essex, ended in Danish victory, where there was much rejoicing and many crumbs. Following this English loss, a treaty was signed by King Edmund and Viking King Canute.
Canute, being a real Canunt, agreed to allow Edmund to continue his reign,
Canute!
but only with
Oh my god, it's Canute, dude. Vinland Saga. Yes. Sorry, having a moment. Let me rewatch that. I just fully got mind wiped by the Canute mention.
Modern-day Essex ended in Danish victory, where there was much rejoicing and many crumbs. Following this English loss, a treaty was signed by King Edmund and Viking King Canute.
Canute, being a real Canunt, agreed to allow Edmund to continue his reign, but only with the control of Wessex, the heart of Anglo-Saxon England. All English land north of the River Thames was now under Danish control. Now, there was a special stipulation that stated whichever king died first, the other shall inherit the whole country.
That sounds like great
Adonis has also been streaming a lot more, so that may be why. I know I need to find mods who don't want to be streamers. It's okay, though. I mean, I support them wanting to do their own thing, obviously. Modding ultimately does not matter. But I think that's why as well.
motivation for assassination plots. Lo and behold, just 1 month later in October of 1016, Edmund Ironside met with a terrible fate. While sitting on his second most important throne, an assailant was assigned to assassinate the king's ass. Yep, old Ironsides caught a blade between his cheeks when he was at his most vulnerable. According
No! Oh my god, dude, he got probed? He got probed? That's so fucked up. Dude, Belladonna, your first English king, and he got analyzed. That's gnarly. Holy shit.
to some historical sources, an assassin hid under the king's
Oh wait, was this Canute or was this? No, this was Ironside, okay.
private turlet, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. Edmund,
Oh, dude, that must have been so gross for that guy. Whoa. In this how much are you getting paid as an assassin, man? I don't know. I can't. My dream death on God. So you want to be Vlad the Impaler up the ass, brother? I don't know. I'm not going for that personally. I'm not trying to look like fucking like food at a carnival. Not going for that. Or like Indonesian street food where it's just like a gerbil that's like with a stick coming out of its mouth. Imagine being that servant and having to chill in the crapper until the king opens the... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, whoa, does the king... Okay, are other people shitting on you? I assume kings had like private bathroom chambers, no? Like you wouldn't be like a servant in a castle and be like, oh, I got his shit. And then you like run up and you like open the door and then the king's in there like already pooping because he'd probably kill you, no? You know, if you had like a little meat embarrassment or something. I bet he had private chambers. So I guess you're not getting pooped on all day. You just have to like, you have to stand in the old shit, but you're not getting new shit on. You know what I'm saying? Servants didn't have bathrooms. Dude, I'm literally applying like modern fucking work health and safety standards to medieval times. Yeah, that was a dumb commentary from me. Holy shit. He ain't iron inside. Brother got scooped. He got fucked up. Wow. I want to see, like, did he succumb to his injuries immediately?
But Turlet, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. Edmund, as planned, died of his wounds, granting King Canute full control over England, which he ruled for 2 decades.
Yo, why would, that's such a dickhead thing. Why, he must have really hated Ironside. I mean, like, his backside ain't iron. Fuck that dude. I'm gonna conquer him, and then have him be like a feudal lord and rule this little like bitch ass chunk of England. And then I'm gonna go send an assassin to stab his asshole. That feels personal, no? That doesn't feel like just like political, like moving the chips on the board. You know what I'm saying? This is medieval England. We just threw our poop in the River Thames. Dude, y'all were nasty back then. Have to say, I come from Ireland, brother. I'm a Donnelly. Well, I'm thoroughly from the United States. I mean, my bloodline is from Ireland. So we were getting as many disses as I throw at y'all. We were getting colonized by y'all. Ironside, more like iron rod in his backside or something. But let's go. What do you think Ironside's last thoughts were? Oh, that's deep. Something like that, probably. I think for a moment, getting a spear shoved up your ass when you're pooping, you'd probably be like, how am I sucking the poop back up? And then you'd be like, oh, this is pointy. And then you would understand you're getting stabbed. You know what I mean? Run Guard Extreme Win. We can run that back for sure. That was fun. Henry the First.
Being the youngest son of 4 to William the Conqueror, Henry I didn't even have a chance of becoming a Burger King, let alone any kind of respected monarch. When Daddy William logged off the server in 1087, the late king's possessions were divided as such. His eldest son, Robert, inherited Normandy and was made duke. His second son, Richard, got nothing. He was dead. From a hunting accident, no less. His third and favorite son, William, inherited the crown of England and was begrudgingly promoted to King William II overnight. I say begrudgingly because it is believed that William II would have preferred to inherit Normandy. Oh well. Finally, little Henry was given lots of money and a tiny bit of English countryside. But that was immediately yoinked by his now king brother, which never caused any internal resentment in the coming years. Now, some historians believe that King William 2.0 didn't care much for his new majestic role, and as a means of escape from his kingly duties, he frequently went on hunting trips. You can probably see where this is going. During one of the—
Dude, another dude getting mangled by a big ass animal? Let's go. Mother Nature fucking 2-0 against royal kings.
These trips, William, who wasn't much of an adventurer, took an arrow in the chest.
Nope, assassinated. I should have known that.
Since lungs aren't
I don't know why I thought I was about to see him get like gored by a fucking boar. I was excited. I was like, yeah, and then the big monster pig comes out and eats him.
Where arrows are usually stored, William quivered in pain as the arrow knocked the wind out of him, and he drew his last breath shortly after. Yeah, hunting trips are lethal to nobility. Of course, some historical speculations suggest that
That doesn't feel that embarrassing to me. I mean, he just got assassinated. Like, I don't know that I would like, if I witnessed an assassination, I wouldn't be like, yo, that's embarrassing. I guess it depends on the assassination. But like when you see someone get like shot, you're not like, you know what I mean? There's this thing called the Great Stink. The poop in the Thames caused a stench so bad that Parliament straight up refused to sit. Oh my God, that is so gross, dude. But to be fair, actually not to be fair. Honestly, all of Europe was really, this is just shitting on all of Europe. And we weren't any better because, I mean, we come from y'all and we completely fucked up the natives here with all of our diseases and shit we brought. But poop buckets? Yo! Oh my God, that is so nasty. I was in France and I saw some like remnants of like a poop chute and it just went out into the street. It's disgusting, man. Literally out into the street into like a supposed like vat that had been like, you know, made in stone at the bottom of the poop chute that went down the side of like the domicile. And I mean, no shit, people were getting like horrible diseases all the time, man. It was actually a force for good because it took the Great Stink for the UK to think, maybe we should build a sewage system. Yeah, well, I'm happy it built to a point finally and y'all stopped rubbing poop all over your society.
The friendly fire may not have been so friendly. It is possible that the fiasco was a plot concocted by Henry to seize the crown. After hearing of his older brother's demise through his own ear holes, Henry speed ran to the royal treasury and no-clipped to the crown to claim the throne for himself, which certainly didn't help dispel the rumors of foul play. Now, the public wasn't exactly against what had happened, as King William II was a bit of a dick. As the new head honcho, King Henry I immediately began a rollback on many of his late brother's brutal policies, replacing them with much more successful judicial and financial reforms. Being the most educated of the four brothers, Henry peacefully ruled England and progressed the
Yo, I'm kind of on the assassin side. Kind of on the assassin side, to be honest.
kingdom during his reign.
On some real shit, I'm in the stream so often, I have no plans on being a streamer. Oh yeah, you want to be mod? Is that what this whole thing says? Especially with others busy, turn off hydrates and whatnot. Yeah, you could be mod. I just forgot to put it earlier. Mod. I'm just gonna copy your name because I don't feel like typing long word. Being lazy. I think this is how I do it, right? /mod. There you go.
Sure, he also invaded Normandy and held his last brother prisoner for life, but that's
I mean, who cares, man? He made it better for the people.
beside the point. Henry eventually married a Scottish princess and had himself 2 legitimate children that he loved very much, and dozens of illegitimate little crotch goblins whom he didn't.
Daddy, I want a popsicle.
Now, of course, there has to be a little bit of conflict sprinkled in, so his son and only heir got caught up in the White Ship disaster of 1120, which was a titanic tragedy. The titular White Ship, a vessel transporting around 300 people, including many nobles, struck a big old boulder and sank in the English Channel. Only one soul survived.
Damn.
But it wasn't the prince, so who cares? This sent Henry into a depressive spiral, as many of his subjects refused to recognize his daughter as a rightful heir to the crown. A woman ruling? Ugh, gross, said the English. In his
Kill some people. Fuck it. Listen, okay, if you're just like, fuck it, I don't care, I want my bloodline to be royal, and you're like evil, you just be like, make my daughter the queen, and then just like decapitate anybody who's like mad about it. You know what I mean? I feel like that has to be the method. And yes, you're probably gonna get assassinated at some point, but hey, you were queen for a little bit. That's kind of like the whole thing. Like the way you get off of the royal ride is with your head rolling. That's just kind of how it goes. I honestly thought you were a mod. I've offered Lions a mod before, to be mod before, and then Lions did not want to be mod. Imagine how awful medieval Britain smelt when it rained. Ooh, yeah, it like would pick up all the like dried out Duke. Ooh, and it rains in Britain like all the time, at least from what I hear. Being a king sounds shit. Yeah, dude, I would not want to be a king. That's why I'm like, all these people fighting over the crown. I'm like, why? I think it's just because there wasn't shit to do. Like, imagine having all that power, money, and influence, and there's just nothing fun to do. Because even if you're a king back then, you can hook up, you can read one of the fucking like 4 books that are out there because you can afford them. There wasn't like printing technology yet. And most of the books that were being mass produced was like the Bible. You know what I mean? Like there just wasn't ain't shit to do, man. And kings can't really have friends even, which is like one of the only things you could do back then is getting like fucked up at a pub with your boys. You know what I mean? This was their R6 ranked, trying to get the fucking crown. I wouldn't be the king, but I would be the scheming advisor pulling the strings behind the scenes. Yeah, I always think that's better. Being the king's like brother, advisor, like one of the high level servants or like a feudal lord, that's the best shit. Or not even a feudal lord. You'd want to be like a servant, or not a servant, excuse me, like a advisor to the feudal lord. You know what I mean? You don't want a crown on your head. That's like a bad move. You do not want a crown. I'd be the jester gladly. Let me dance around and tell you world-ending news. I would be a bad jester, I think. As much as that's kind of my job on here a little bit, which I'm doing a bad job of right now. Don't feel like I'm being very funny this stream, but I think my jokes are bad enough just frequently to get executed. I think just enough times I'd be like, what's the deal with that? He'd be like, set his balls on fire. Set his balls on fire. You know what I mean? So I would not go for that. Historical evidence suggests most jesters were just really autistic. Really? You think so? So medieval kings just saw like an autistic person and they went like, put a funny outfit on him. Put a funny outfit on him and summon him to my chambers. They're like, God, the king has weird kinks, dude. What the fuck? That is strange, man. Why does he want this guy with like 3 horn things on his head? Runk making a gooning joke to the king. Yeah, see, like it just wouldn't work out. I don't think. I think I would be executed if I was a jester. I made many videos about this, but I'm cut from loincloth. I'm cut from loincloth. Like, I come from a long lineage of serfs playing in the mud and poop of a feudal lord's land, and I'm okay with that. I love myself, but like, that's what I am. I'm of the people, by the people, for the people. You know what I mean? Jesters were badass. They would literally just shit talk the king and everyone would just be chill with it. Yeah, that is cool. I've heard about that. However, there's kind of that thing where jesters sometimes would toe the line too far and they'd get executed still. Even if you've been like a jester for like a bunch of years. I remember, I might be misremembering this. This could be straight up misinformation. But I think I remember hearing a story about a jester who made a joke implying that the queen was committing infidelity, and he got like drawn and quartered. Like, I don't want to fuck with that, man. Some crazy ass king. No, there was a really popular jester in France whose humorous nature was most likely just Down syndrome. To be fair, folks with Down syndrome are a fucking blast to be around. I love folks with Down syndrome, so that makes sense. I think maybe being like, be a funny little jester for me is definitely dehumanizing, but King's dehumanized everybody. However, I hung out with a dude with Down syndrome at a bar one time. One of the best hangs of my life, have to say. I feel like I would do great. I could just do some stupid shit and he'd be pleased. It'd be back before any real entertainment. Lions, counterpoint. Imagine how embarrassing it would be to do a bad bit and then get executed for it. Like, if you're like a jester and you're like, haha, and you like thank you very much for the follow. If you're like a jester and you're like doing the worm and you're like, like trying to be silly, and he's just that would suck. He's like, just points at you, his servants stab you with spears. You know what I mean? That'd be so humiliating for me. Because bombing already is so difficult, and then dying on top of it, I think that would be peak for my comedy career. You know what? That's kind of true. That would be kind of iconic. The Down syndrome jester was also one of the women to succeed in the court. It was also one of the first women to succeed in the court jester role. No shit. That's really cool. In my vocal music class, a kid with Down syndrome kept stripping and fighting people every day. Oh, well, I don't know, I guess he had a bad strain or something. All the people I've been around with Down syndrome were absolutely mad lads, wicked to hang around. Bombing so hard I get killed, that would be hilarious, and I would get the last laugh. It would be really funny, that's true. It would go down in the history books. You know what was fucking killing me the other day? Dude, do you know about the philosopher who died because he laughed so hard? He laughed so hard he died because he saw a donkey eating figs. He was like, he was a philosopher. He was a Greek philosopher. His whole thing was like, you must temper yourself and manage your emotions. That's a way to live an honored and good life. And then he was walking through his courtyard one day by his bushes, by his fig trees. And he saw a donkey eating figs. And he went, how shall we give him some wine to wash it down? Ha, 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 to the point of dying. What the fuck? It's crazy. Look it up. It's one of my favorite stories. He also really emphasized stoicism. Yeah, that's my favorite part. His whole thing was stoicism, and then he laughed so hard he fucking died. It's awesome. The first female was named Jane Fool. She was named perfectly for that shit. What do you mean? He was all about stoicism and not wanting to react to worldly things. Dude, but a donkey eating figs, man. That's that shit, dude. Female jester. Oh, that's crazy. The first female jester's name was Jane Fool. Wow, it was foretold. That's fucking awesome. He held in a laugh so long it killed him. Yeah, let me look up this guy's name. That shit is iconic. And then we're gonna watch the final king getting killed. Dude, POV streamer during the French Revolution. What am I looking at? Figs, donkey guy. Figs donkey guy. That should pull it up for me. Did not. Who the fuck is this? Huh?
Hi!
Hi, gang. Big Fig here with that great new dance, the Newton. Hit it, Hal. Ooey gooey, rich and chewy inside. Golden flaky, tender cakey outside. Wrap the inside in the outside. Is it good? Darn tootin' doing the big fig.
What the fuck is this? I looked up the philosopher. That was the first thing that popped up. Okay, sorry. I kind of got enthralled by the weird ball-shaped man. Philosopher. Did you guys look up his name? Did you type it? No, you didn't. Hey, what's up, Sato? How you doing? Philosopher who died from laughing. Oh my god, I can't type around my microphone stand. There we go. Chrysippus. There we go. His name's Chrysippus. Shout out to Chrysippus. All right, let's watch the final king get absolutely mauled.
Sad state, Henry cheered himself up the only way a king knows how, with a good old-fashioned hunting trip. But on this trip, Henry gorged himself on lamprey. You know,
40 words per sometimes. Hey, I have a big physical obstacle in my way, okay? I type pretty well normally. I took a typing class when I was a kid, okay? And I still remember it. I know the fucking way you're supposed to position your hands.
Those weird little...
Dude, I'm still thinking about that weird ball guy. What was that? Was that the Fig Newton's mascot? Hold on. I have to look that up real quick. I'm sorry. Fig Newton's mascot. Don't they have... Yeah, dude, it's this weird guy. What the fuck? Yo, he's so scary. What the hell were they thinking? This does not look like I eat Fig Newtons. This looks like Fig Newtons eat me, man. This is like pre-being filleted and cooked. Jesus Christ. And the...
I'm pretty sure the Jester being killed thing is similar to why drama/plays got censored for a while, because they would criticize the upper class and kings didn't like that, and so they needed to find creative ways to actually criticize them without being overt. I think this sentiment is also why Horatian satire became a popular thing in English literature, to gently criticize people so they didn't get slimed.
That's definitely the case. I think I remember learning about that in an art history class. Really fascinating though. Subliminal messaging. Not so subliminal, but subliminal enough not to, have your head roll. Imagine telling people that's your biggest acting role, Big Fig. Yo, who is Big Fig? Let's give bro a shout out real quick. You know what? Because I feel kind of bad for him, I'll be the first Big Fig fan. Hold on. Is the mascot's name Big Fig? Fig Newton mascot actor. Let's see who this guy is. Was he in anything else? He's fucking terrifying. Oh my god, his name is James Harder. He died in 2009. Does not have a profile picture. 1931. Holy shit. He was in Paternity. Do you guys know any of his movies? Paternity? What is this? It'd kind of honestly be even now. Oh, it's got Burt Reynolds in it. That's a pretty big actor. Big Fig goated. What do you mean? Yeah, you're right. Shout out Big Fig, man. You don't want to talk shit on the Big Fig. He will fuck you up. James Harder. Well, I'm harder. For this? For the Big Fig? I mean, shit, I am too. I think everybody is. I got to get him off screen. That shit ain't even say that. That's not even TOS. The man is so hot. All right, let me shut up. Let's continue. What was the deal with this guy? He killed his brother and then assumed England's crown. Or no, what was it? I think so. England's crown. And then his daughter died. And, oh no, now his daughter wants to be fucking queen. Okay, got it. Caught us up. Okay, never mind. I can't be bothered to try to sleep. Did you type something earlier about going to bed? Dude, tomorrow's gonna fucking suck for you, brother. Or it already is tomorrow for you, I guess. He was in Sesame Street. No shit, Big Fig! Dude, he had his come up. Let's go. I was about to say he's on the come up, but he's literally 6 feet under. Either way, shout out to Big Fig.
Said the English. In his sad state, Henry cheered himself up the only way a king knows how, with a good old-fashioned hunting trip. But on this trip,
why do these motherfuckers keep going on hunting trips? How fun is it, man? Like 90% of kings dying is on hunting trips. Stop going. Stop.
Himself on lamprey. You know, those weird little wiggly sucking teeth fish? Yeah, apparently those were a delicacy. Despite numerous warnings from his physician to cut it out, Henry continued to chew through the little suckers like candy. Your Majesty, that's a bit much, isn't it? King Henry I contracted food poisoning and died from the illness a week later in
Damn.
1135 at the age of 66, bringing an end to the Norman dynasty.
That's not that embarrassing. Food poisoning? I mean, fuck it. I've gotten food poisoning before. I would have, dude. I mean, are you saying that it would have been embarrassing for me to die when I ate 2 pounds of chicken Alfredo and got appendicitis? No, that is a noble, manly, and cool way to die at the hands of 2 pounds of Applebee's chicken Alfredo. I'm on this guy's side. Dying with shitty booty is wild. You know what? You need rocket boosters to propel you into heaven. Who cares if it's goddamn Hershey squirts? You know what I'm saying? Whatever's getting, that's so stupid. Whatever's getting you there. You know what I'm saying? Runk, I became friends with the Italian foreign exchange student and I invited him over with a bunch of friends to watch UFC and he broke my TV on accident and now I hate pizza and pasta. That sucks, man. I'm sorry that he ruined pizza and pasta for you. Well, you got to ruin something for him. I don't know. Go over and break his phone or something and now he hates burger. And he lives in America, and that's all we fucking eat, huh? Runk, please look at Grandma versus Grandpa anime fight. Oh yeah, what is this? Runk likes men. I'm buying. Grandma versus Grandpa anime fight. You know what? We'll watch this. This video is almost over, and then we will watch that. All right, let's continue. Yuri or Yaoi? I've answered this many a time. I'm going for... Fuck, the answer changes every time, though. I'm going for Yuri. This was my same answer as last time. I'm going for Yuri because I get my yaoi hit from just like normal ass shonen anime. You know what I'm saying? Like Gojo and Gato get the gayness, you know, to the degree I want it, but I have to search out Yuri. All right, let's continue.
King Charles II was an asshole, which is why history remembers him as Charles the Bad. Having been born and raised in France and descending from a line of French rulers, Charles felt destined to be the big baguette in charge one day, and when his mother, who was the only daughter of former King Louis X of France, faded from existence, Charles received his inheritance, the paltry kingdom of Navarre, a pathetic spit of land in northern modern-day Spain. This sad excuse for a kingdom was an insult to his name, an insult he would never forget. Although now a king at the age of 17, Charles continued
This dude's little wordplay I like quite a bit. I see why he's making the big bucks.
to spend his time in France, hoping to build enough influence to gain recognition for his claim to the crown. But he wasn't successful. He would spend the next several decades double-crossing, manipulating, and backstabbing his way through life, pitting England and France against each other during the 100 Years' War. He had deceived, murdered, and betrayed for the sake of gaining power. He eventually helped spark a revolution in France. No, not the French Revolution. That's not for a while. This uprising was the Jacquerie, a peasant rebellion in 1358 against French nobles. Charles led a suppressive force against the peasants to appear to be the savior of France, but everyone saw right through the ruse. After that publicity stunt, Charles lost almost all—
Damn, bro is no Zoran Mamdani. Holy shit. Yo, do you think medieval Zoran, in order to ascend to power, would be willing to slime some people out? I think so. Behind his like cute sort of adorable teddy bear self, I think he's got it in him. I think you put Zoran and Cuomo in medieval times, and Cuomo's in there like doing his backstabbing shit. You know, I think Zoran could rise to the plate. You know what I mean, and slip some cyanide into the whatever medieval kings eat. Chow. You know what I mean? I remember this specifically. I forgot what I learned from it, but that war he started was fucking brutal. They were just destroying everything. The 100 Years' War. It's so fucked up. No, Zoran would let Sliwa loose on the revolting peasants. Dude, it's like it's like the year 900 and Sliwa's still wearing the fucking red beret somehow. You're like, that wasn't invented yet. What? How? Make Ghosty a mod. Does Ghosty want to be a mod? You can be a mod, Ghosty, if you would like to. I don't mind. I already read that. I feel like being the king of a small country is better than being the king of a big one because there's not enough people to like revolt, really. You got to get all the benefits but less of the downsides. Yes, that is exactly how I feel. Like, you would want to have a level of power where you're able to rise above like peasantry, where you're going to die at 25 from like venereal diseases or something. But you don't want to be assassinated. So like being the fucking king of like a small plot of land that's like 100 acres or something, or a feudal lord, that is the shit. Why would you want to be the emperor? They might be like, oh, I feel like my pride takes a hit when I have to go kiss the king's ass. Who cares? You're in the fucking medieval times. You see him like once a year when you go up for like a meeting with his feudal lords or whatever. Who cares? Who gives a fuck, man? Like what? I don't want to be the big dick in the room. But then you would probably get conquered. I don't know. I mean, I think the optimal thing would be to be a feudal lord in like an empire that is in its prime. That would be the idea. Obviously, like there's no way to really know that. Like you wouldn't know if you're in a prime or not, but like if you were like a feudal lord in like Rome or something, in Rome's prime, which I don't know if there's a different word for Rome for feudal lord, but you know what I mean. That would be optimal in my opinion, because people do try to conquer you. They're not going to go for your ass. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go for the big dog. I'd rather go die in the woods, TBH, after being dragged by the fucking horse, or deer. What was it? Was it a deer? Was it a moose? Dude, I have terrible memory. Holy shit. Runk, do you think the beret calls the Sliwa like Green Goblin's mask? I think the beret completely transformed Sliwa's like personality. I think it's like the green mask, like from the Jim Carrey movie. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's like the Green Goblin mask, like he can remove it and is saved sometimes. I think it's permanently altered his brain. I don't think, like, you know, like hat hair. I think Sliwa has like hat head. Like he just does not have the top of his dome anymore. It's just brain if he takes that shit off. Make me the Duchess of like a tax haven with like a population of 16. Yes, exactly. That is the shit. Like I don't give a fuck about a big castle or anything. If I can have, sorry, I'm going to rant about this. If I can have a good bed, I'm not going to die of venereal diseases or like a cut while I have to sift through mud. I'm just a manager of like literally maybe like 50 people or something who like run farmland. Oh my God. My castle can be like 500 square feet. That's optimal. That's optimal. Relic just wants to be a king or god. I would want to be either a feudal lord or being a god would be nice as well. I would take that job. If you treat your citizens right, get them grain and soap, they will fight for you if someone tries to conquer and you won't be killed. Yeah, but if you have a thriving nation, then you're going to have advisors who are trying to assassinate you, so you won't have friends. It's isolating. That's kind of my whole point. Like, I would want to be the point where I could just have a good, comfy life and have friends and be kicking it. You know what I mean? So, like, these 20 chat members is Relic's Village. Yeah, that would be optimal for me. What's happening right now is optimal. If you were the king of, like, maybe a couple hundred servants or serfs at most, you could actually make a difference and make their lives better if you cared. So I do feel like that's the max amount of people I feel like you can lead and have them all be happy. Yeah, I think so as well. I think you max out at around like 100, 200 people. Because once you get bigger than that, you're starting to get like a actual fucking village people will come destroy.
All political support in France and had to turn to England for help. He ended up pleading with English King Dude Guy Edward III to invade the weakened France and divide the spoils between them. But King Edward was all, no. The king had zero trust for Charles and refused the offer, eventually making peace with France. For now. A few years later, Charles was back on his bullshit, throwing himself in wars and declaring loyalty to both sides in exchange for gaining land and power. He would just favor whichever side was winning. He did get involved in the Spanish Wars between 1365 and 1368, but faked his own kidnapping in order to avoid participating in battle. And that stunt was instantly recognized as cowardice, making Charles a laughingstock of Western Europe.
Damn,
finally,
this guy's
in
a pussy.
1378, the annoying little fly that was Charlie II was finally swatted. His tiny kingdom was invaded by Spanish forces and promptly wiped out. Charles sought refuge in France and was forced to surrender in shame. Although he retained his crown, he had no power whatsoever. 9 years later in 1387, Charles the Bad fell ill and was pretty much immobile. His doctor prescribed that his body be wrapped in alcohol-soaked linen sheets, and these sheets were sewn around his body.
Oh my God, Baki meme, Baki meme, Baki meme. Bro got Baki meme to death. Yes, dude, he's the biggest chud today. He's the biggest chud today. Where? Yeah. Let's go, dude. Fuck yeah. That guy was a chud. He deserved this shit. Fuck that guy. There we go. Nice. That's Charles the Bad right there. Runk, I honestly want to be a city state with like 200 people in defenses. 200 people's fine. I just think once you start getting to the thousands, like it gets fucked up for you, in my opinion. I would want under 500. What if you went back in time and gave one medieval guy a gun? I think one medieval guy with a gun isn't getting past like 2 nights. I don't think so. At all. Well, I guess it depends on the gun, but like if you have 2 people around you, if you have like a pistol and you have a guy in a full set of armor, they could close the distance pretty quick. I don't know. I don't think it would make that big of a difference, to be honest. Now you give a guy like a gun with like infinite ammo or something, or a sniper rifle, dude, you could kill all the monarchs so easily. Holy shit. If it was like the Jackal and you had a big ass sniper rifle and a good amount of bullets, you could just kill all of the goddamn royalty everywhere. Read my last message. Oh yeah, sure. Oh yeah, sure. I can mod you. Hold on. I got you. Give me 1 second. Ooh, my voice is getting tired. Give him a minigun. Okay, yeah, you make a big difference then. You could take down like an army with a minigun, I think. / mod and then name. Okay. Knights had full plate armor and swords. They were OP genuinely. Yeah, I did not know how OP knights were until I watched a video that one of you guys recommended me of a realistic recreation of like 5 serfs trying to fight a knight, and it was like trying to fight Superman. That shit was crazy. I'd gladly take on some knights, not in a fight though. Armor stays on. What are you gonna do? Just grind on the metal? They're gonna be dongless. That'd be like I don't know, hooking up with a doll.
Each night to promote any healing. Well, one night when finishing up her king sewing duties, a maid had no scissors to cut the last thread of the linen. There were no blades to be found that could finish the job. So, what do you think she did?
Teeth? She left to find scissors. She used her teeth.
Time's up. The correct answer was B. In a moment of completely terrible judgment,
oh my god, she set him on fire? No shit.
The young maid resorted to using an open flame candle to melt the thread off.
Oh my god.
Charles II, who wanted to be a French king so bad, was promptly flambéed in his bed as the maid panicked and fled.
That's awesome. Fuck yeah, that guy deserved that. I will invest in a special set, best believe. I see. So the legendary fucking strap-on armor. I see. I could take 2 femboys. What are we talking? That doesn't even have to do with anything. The knight probably looked fucked from getting beat and baking in the armor. Yeah, I mean, they would look fucked up, but they were like Superman. Like there was no, if you have no armor, even with blades, honestly, like they're like Superman. It's crazy how effective medieval armor was at not getting fucking stabbed. Like it's wild. They were very, very effective. After this video, watch this video. I got the grandma anime thing, and then maybe.
Henry II of France was a decent king between the years of 1547 up until his death in 1559. Nothing spectacular, but decent. He's remembered as an advocate for keeping the Catholic faith in France and suppressing them smelly Protestants. He had quite a few either burned at the stake for heresy or had their tongues cut out so they couldn't talk trash about Catholicism. Perhaps his bigger claim to fame, though, was his participation in ending the Italian Wars, which waged across 65 years. With the signing of the Treaty of Cato Cambyses, the deadly wars were finally at an end, and there was much rejoicing. One particular event of celebration was conducted by our subject, King Henry II. To commemorate the end of the wars, as well as his daughter's marriage to King Philip II of Spain, Henry held a joust.
Ew, gross. Pedophile, nasty. I mean, I guess it was the times. I'm surprised that doesn't come up already in the video. Hey, what's up, Zach? How you doing? It's only 4 minutes. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying I'll watch it after this video. Oh, that's what you said in your message, dude. I'm a dumbass. They were selected inbred. Their training. Wait, what? They were selected inbred. Their training was so hard, the knight's bone structure changed. No shit, that's crazy.
Tournament.
Oh, they were selected and bred so that their bone structure changed over time. I see. I was like, huh? My bad, man. I read that as inbreeding. Sorry.
You know, that silly medieval.
Oh, after this video, ew, dude, I have something nasty to tell you about after this video.
Sport where 2 men hold long.
That sounds crazy. Whatever.
Wooden poles on horseback and just charge at each other. II of Spain. Henry held a jousting tournament. You know, that silly medieval sport where two men hold long wooden poles on horseback and just charge at each other trying to knock the other off? Yeah, I don't get it either, but hey, it's way more entertaining than baseball. Anyway, King Henry II held the tournament on June 30th, 1559, and took it upon himself to participate as a challenger. Perhaps the last bad decision of his life. Set against his own captain of the King's Guard, the two set off to consensually jab their long sticks into each other. With the ASMR pleasures of a wooden crunch, the captain's lance hit its target and shattered upon impact, as they're designed to do. Problem was, some of the splintered wood decided to nuzzle itself right into the king's eyeball for warmth. Oh my god, okay, I'm sorry, you're fine, you're okay. Royal surgeons raced to the king's aid, but were unable to treat the wound. He's gonna be okay, right, Doc?
Tough to say. Problem seems to be this big old piece of wood here. I highly recommend he rest up for a few days and we'll see what happens.
Aren't you gonna remove the wood?
I'm sorry, I was unaware that you were the royal surgeon.
The medics failed to properly treat the king's wounds, which only got worse over the next few days, leading to severe infection. I may have been wrong. King Henry II splintered off from this world on June 10th, 1559. What a bunch of silly stuff, right?
I don't feel like that's that embarrassing of a way to go out. That's gross. By the way, great video. Shout out to Chat History. I don't feel like that's that bad. I mean, that's just like typical, no? Like, I feel like if I was like a serf back then and they were like, did you hear the king died? He died of an infection. I'd go, so did my mom, my dad, my grandparents, both of my kids. And I'm dying of infection right now. Look at my leg. And I'd lift it up and it'd be like the size of a fucking like elephant foot. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be, that doesn't feel embarrassing. Beats Ebola, I guess. Yeah, that's true. I was about to be like, no, I don't think so. Yeah, Ebola is crazy. What happened? Yo, Ebola kind of fell off. What happened to that? Is there like a vaccine for it now or something? Or not vaccine. What am I trying to say? Treatment for it. Locate my message. Knights only really existed to protect the payloads. Knights only really existed to protect payloads. The armor and training was so much resources, they wouldn't have actually been in big battles unless they needed to like move a king or something. So they were like armed guards, basically, like for private royalty. They'd be like bodyguards following a king around or something. That makes sense. I mean, the mass production of armor that's that effective seems like impossible. They still, although I guess you could just do like a All Quiet on the Western Front and reuse the armor for other soldiers, no? Like if I was a king and I fought in a war and a bunch of my soldiers died, I would reuse that armor. I mean, that might be fucked up to say, but I would absolutely reuse that armor. The resources, it's too much. They still do jousting at some Ren fairs. I know, dude. I want to go to a Ren fair. I kind of want to try that freaky ass thing where you get like slapped by the woman with big boobs and then she feeds you ale. That seems interesting to me. I've seen some videos of people doing that and they're like way too into it and you're like, yo, lock in, please. You're being filmed by like 30 people right now. I think I'll make a YouTube video of that at some point. Bone wise, I have a knight build. You think you could be the private protector of a king back in those days? Yeah, and that's why their swords were so big, to take up a bunch of length and keep you away from whatever they're protecting, as opposed to like a knife or an axe. That makes sense. I have broad shoulders. That is the kind of shoulders you need to be a knight for sure. Wrong. Back to knights. If you look at their gear, it was like fighting a Viltrumite while you have glass bones. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, which I did not know until recently. It's crazy how effective they were. They were impossible to kill. Like, there's no, and I don't mean like mostly impossible, highly unlikely. I mean impossible for you to successfully defeat a knight. Like, impossible. One-on-one run, dude. Like Minato. Like, best medieval weapon was definitely polearms. I'm partial to like hammers. I think hammers are great weapons. Fighting knights, that's the way you want to fight a knight. If you were fighting a knight, is blunt force trauma that like shakes their head inside of their armor. Actually an arrow through the visor. No, it wouldn't work. I mean, maybe on a fluke that's happened before, I guess, maybe speculative. But in general, even if it's like says aim for the joints, like if you're fighting a knight, people are like, oh, you got to aim for the spots between the armor. Hella chainmail. You are not getting a good cut there at all. Push him on its back like a turtle. That might work, maybe. I mean, that was the plot of King. They fought in a big mud pit, and they took all their armor off so they would have speed and agility. And then all the people who were wearing the armor got stuck in mud because they were heavy and slow. Horseback hammer? Yes. I'm partial to war hammers. I think they're fucking sick. Look up Lance next if you want to see some dope drip. Okay, sure. Let me see what this is. Am I saying that correctly? Landsknecht. Military. Oh, dude, these guys are saucy. Holy shit. Damn, they got some fun colors, dude. This looks like a clown prepared for war. Holy shit. Is there any reason why they dressed so colorfully? Oh my god, this painting is really, really good. Whoa, that's gnarly. I would not be wanting to fight in my best drip like this. This would be like getting in a street fight in Rick Owens back in those days, no? Like, I wouldn't want my shit to get ripped. I paid like $15K for this, you know what I mean? They were German mercenaries back in the medieval times. Damn. Well, they had fucking crazy fits, man. Look at the hat feathers. Wow. Runk, you should watch some medieval MMA, armored MMA. Great idea. I don't want to do that today because I'll just get sucked into it, but that's a fucking fantastic idea. I've seen clips of them going viral on TikTok recently. Have you seen the dude who has like the shield and the sword and he does like crazy shit?
Something join the Minecraft server. Ride Kim running out of creative ways to try and bully you.
We will do Minecraft next stream after the React segment. How about it? I will do that. Y'all are gonna have to bear with me being fucking terrible at Minecraft, okay? That's gonna be what it is, okay? And I don't want you guys to try to walk me through it the entire time. Just let me figure it out and suck ass, all right? Runk, reset stream and boot up Crimson Desert. That is the plan. Although I do want to watch the Granny anime video first. Hold on, let's watch this, and then I'm going to reboot the stream because my stream crashes at 2 hours in. If you don't know that, if you're new here, my stream crashes 2 hours in because there's a bit rate on, like, an amount of bit rate that I'm allowed to use on my Wi-Fi at my college. So I have to reset it because I surpass it. Anyway, let's watch this real quick. I'm going to shut up and let this bitch play the whole way through. Let's go. Oh, Relic, out of curiosity, did you ever end up watching the tripping video or not? Lol, no worries if not. I will watch it after this stream. I didn't get reminded at the end of last stream. Dude, Chud, man. This kind of shit makes me genuinely worried I have dementia. Also, can you send it again in the Discord? Because I do remember looking for it and not being able to find it. Send it in like media share or
suppose
something.
that will suffice. Also, to be honest, I expect you to be ass at every game you play, so it's nothing new.
Okay, fine. That's fair. That's fair. Are you going to do a hardcore Minecraft stream ever? I mean, I could try, but I'm so bad at Minecraft. Like, my content, the thing, you know, a meta behind the scenes thing. I could do gameplay streams that are fun. Don't get me wrong. I think I have the ability to be funny while I play games. But my content is so based around, like, the reason everybody's here is because I speak a lot. And when I play games that, like, I suck at and require my attention to, like, really get into, I stop reading chat, which is, like, the main thing that we do. It's, like, conversationally, it doesn't happen. You get what I'm saying? So I'm afraid that people are gonna not like it because it's not, like, my typical content. You know what I mean? Can you read all my night facts? I put a bunch in here. Okay, sure. Please pay attention to me. I know a lot about night stuff, please. That's funny. Most knight armor, I'll read these two. I see two on my screen right now. Most knight armor looked exactly the same, so you had to have bright specific colors to tell your army apart from the other army. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, and that's the same message as the one below. Even as early as 9000 AD, armor was overlapped completely and impenetrable, unless the armor itself was ripped. Yeah, that's what I saw as well. I saw a breakdown of medieval knight armor, and you couldn't stab them. You can really use similar pieces of individual armor, chest plates, helmets, etc. Full plate knight armor was made for individuals and would have to be either completely reconstructed or you'd have to find someone with the exact same build. Oh, I see. So you couldn't really strip the armor off of the dead bodies and reuse it. Okay. Can you? Oh, I already read that. There was something else I was reading before. Oh, okay. All right, let's watch the grandma anime video real quick. When do we get bulletproof armor? I think we low-key have bulletproof armor right now, no? All right, let me shut the fuck up. Oh, they got impact frames? Holy shit, let's go. Oh my god, my guy. Holy shit. Holy shit. I'm sorry, I'm just enjoying this. This is awesome. Is that a reference to the... Oh, they're referencing so much shit I like. Is this a reference to that fucking gun movie that was made? The Bollywood movie? Dude, have y'all seen the Gunball Bollywood movie? I'll show you the trailer after this. Holy shit, this is awesome. Oh my god, Granny's planetary? Officially planetary? Power scalers, get on this. This song is really bad. Oh my god, dude, that was fucking awesome. Holy shit. Thank you for showing me that. I've never seen that before. Let me show you the Bollywood gun movie. Dude, he gets covered in like a ball of guns. I don't know how to describe it. He fights an eagle made of metal. I don't know. Oh, it's not over yet? I thought that was like the outro. Oh my god, yeah, there's half the fucking video left. Sorry. Oh, it's a flashback. Read my message, you chat. I'm not even looking at chat at all. I'm soaking in peak right now. This would hit so hard if I spoke Chinese. What the fuck? Granny is universal. What the fuck is that? She's got summons? Oh my god. Holy fuck, those people are awesome.
I do a good
Wow. Wow, dude, I'm blown away. I have nothing, I don't even have any commentary on that. That was just awesome. Holy shit, I really like that.
This is really off topic in terms of the videos but on topic in terms of gaming. I think one of my first interactions in your chat was when you clocked my shit with liking Arthur Morgan no matter what players make him look like, and I low-key was stunned lamau.
That's funny. A lot of y'all who have been in streams for a while came in during the Red Dead streams. I'll go back to Red Dead at some point. I was enjoying doing that. Runk, after this, trust me, it's 4 minutes long and it's so peak. Okay, let's see what this is. Versus 16th Century Knight. Oh, this is literally what we watched, right? No, it's not. This is a different one. Is this made by the same people as last time? Hold on, I'm gonna check this real quick. We will watch this though, because this is on topic as fuck. I believe it was. No? Hold on, let's look at those people. 592. Videos. Most popular. Yes, this is the one we watched. The Brigands versus a Knight. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is what we watched before. No, it was a different one. No, it wasn't. Dumbass, it's literally on their channel. All right, let's watch this one. Oh, wait, you were probably saying the video. I'm sorry for lashing out on you. I keep forgetting we're on like a 20-second slow mode. Lions, can you change the can you just turn the slow mode thing off, please? Or what? Sato's in here too, I think. Whoever is modding right now, can somebody figure out how to do that? Ghosty as well. Dude, they got swag. Oh my god.
Ich weiß nicht, Hauptmann. Wir sind hier ganz schön offen. Nichts. Hauptsache ein Platz zum Rasten. Am Ufer entlang. Nicht zu tief. Reihe bilden! An die Wehr! Komm, wirklich.
Dude, those things too. This weapon right here. Hold on. This weapon right here is crazy, dude. I think I would go for that. I'd go for this weapon or a Warhammer. Something with like a hook that I could stick into somebody.
Formieren! Ran! Ins Glied! Zurück! Formieren! Formieren! Gut, lass sie kommen! Lass sie kommen! Bereit? Jawohl. Na dann.
I'm just gonna soak this in and not talk. I think bro's gonna 5v1. I don't think that's a halberd. I'm talking about the hammer. The hammer with the hook right here. The halberd's like this thing back here, right? Yo, he's got his ass exposed. Just stab him in the asshole like fucking iron wall or whatever. Turn him around, bend him over. Come on, just probe his shit. You got this.
Rein in die Reihe! In die Reihe zurück! In die Reihe rein! Was geht rein? Was geht rein? Zurück in der Reihe! In der Reihe!
Damn, it's so crazy how like lame fighting looks in real life. You know what I mean? This is accurate. These filmmakers are really, really cool. I like them a lot. But it does exhibit just how like uncool fighting looks unless you're like super professionally trained. This fight is unscripted. I think it's probably, I don't think it's blocked out, but I bet it's scripted, like who dies first and shit, probably. I don't think this is wait, you're the one who shared the video, so you're correct. Do you mean that they don't know the outcome of the fight beforehand? They just scrap? Or it's predetermined who wins, right? This is like WWE. No, it's unscripted. But okay, but is it scripted who wins? Is it scripted who wins is what I mean. Because isn't the whole thing like showing that knights fucking kick ass? This is like knight, you know, this is like knight porn basically of knights killing people. At least that's what their first video was. Yeah, they scrap. So you're saying they just fight. Oh, shit. Okay. No, it's whoever wins, wins. Oh, my God. I did not know that. Wow. Yo, these motherfuckers must not play about calling dibs on who gets to be knight that day. I bet it genuinely gets to like fucking screaming shouts sometimes. Imagine if you haven't been knight for like the past 10 times they filmed one of these fucking videos. You're like, dude, I don't want to be fucking submitted on the floor again while you like stab me in my dick over and over again. Please. I haven't been the knight in 10 videos. No, it's really cool. And they're a really nice and friendly team. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So my bit sucks. Remember the crossbow video? That's from these guys. Oh, it was these guys too? No shit. Dude, they should have stabbed him in the asshole. That's absolutely the method. You know what I'm doing? Okay. If I'm fighting this knight who's got his like ass out. Hold on. If I'm fighting, let me find a frame where his ass is out. If I'm fighting this knight, I'm one of these 5 guys, and he's got his ass out. The second he stabs me or gets me where it's believable that I'd be incapacitated, I'd lie on the ground and go, ugh, be on the floor, but keep a hold of my weapon. And that way I have the lower angle and I can go, ugh, immediately. The second he turns around, knife and balls. Boom, immediately. I think that is the method playing dead. That's if you can even reach. I think he'd be less wary of you once you're like incapacitated on the ground. Oh wait, I'm just rewatching the video. Okay, yeah, he beat their fucking asses again. Knight wins, as always. You should look up the PlanCon a Picket. It's one of my favorite weapons. Okay, I can look that up real quick. PlanCon a Picket. PlanCon a Picket. I've never heard of that before. Hold on. My favorite weapon is definitely a Warhammer, now that I think about it. Ooh. Damn. Yeah, that's a pretty good pick, dude. I mean, this is like a club kind of vibe, no? But it's just got spikes on it. Hold on. There we go. That's a better image of it. That's a fucking good one. You got the thrust. It's like a bat with like a knife on it. That is a good pick, have to say. Homie to homie, my favorite weapon is as wheelhander. Yeah, those things are sick. Although I do think that realistically in battle, they'd probably be pretty difficult to manage. I mean, they are heavy as fuck. Like the Zweelhander is just the dual-handed sword, right? I like Zweelhander, but I'm biased because I'm tall. Yeah, that's true. How tall do you have to be to wield a Zweelhander? I'm like 6'1". Am I tall enough to hold one of those, or do you have to be like 6'5"? Do you have to be like crazy tall? Look at my oh, hey, what's up, Mary McJudge? Look at my last message. I didn't see your fucking name. Relic, look up Plumbata. It was a crazy weapon. Okay, Plumbata. I don't like the name of that weapon. Plumbata. Ooh, what the fuck even is this? Did you throw it? Is this like a throwing dart? Hold on. Plumbata versus arrow. Whoa, what the fuck how did you use it? It looks just like a throwing dart, I think. Hold on. I want to look into this more. Plumbata. Plumbata were lead-weighted throwing darts carried by infantrymen, antiquity, and in the Middle Ages. They were used to inflict damage on enemies at a distance before engaging in close combat. Roman soldiers and some legions carried plumbate. Dude, they did not need to make it fucking plumbate for the plural, whatever. Inside their shields, which allowed them to have ranged weapons similar to arrows. Oh, so they just hold it inside their shield and then grab them and throw them. No shit. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, let's look at a video of them using them real quick. Plumbata Roman weapon. Plumbata dart. Plumbata.
The Plumbata is dead. Long live the Ferrata!
Oh wait, this is the guy shitting on your goat. Sorry. Sorry, I pulled up a guy shitting on your goat. My bad. Here we go.
This was a throwing dart used by Roman legionaries.
It was a throwing dart. Okay, bet. Cool. There's a specific story of one of the actors explaining how he was in a 1v1 duel with another knight, and the other actor's dagger slipped through his visor and almost killed him. He came out with just a bruise, but if the angle had been even slightly different, it would have probably punctured the skull. They used full metal, just dulled. Holy shit, that's crazy. Well, I'm happy he's safe. If we want an even fight, check this out. Berserker versus Samurai. Non-choreographed medieval combat. I guess this is just like medieval day. I don't think I'm going to get to the game tonight because it's getting kind of late, but I will play I might stream tomorrow too. I kind of don't have shit to do tomorrow, so I might stream tomorrow and then just play a game. It'll be like a filler episode. By the way, we're past 2 hours. Holy shit. Should I reset the stream? You know that annoying Swedish guy you hated in the crossbow video? It was him. Oh. Well, I'm still happy he's okay. All right, I'm not gonna send the man a death threat because I thought he was annoying in the video. Damn, we're being treated back-to-back streams. We are special. I mean, I've been fucking up so many streams in a row. I don't know about that. I'm gonna restart stream real quick and go get some water, and use the bathroom. Little bathroom break, and then actually I might play the game tonight. I don't know. I'm kind of having fun being on stream. I'm gonna go get some. Take 5. Go get water or something. I'll be right back. And I'm gonna restart stream. 1 second.